Hello everybody, so let's do this Easter collection. Easter's coming, it's just around the corner, and I honestly have not even peeked inside this, and I'm out of, who knows what I stuck in it. So we'll see, we'll see what we did. Looks good so far. Looks good so far. Let's see what we have. I don't know. Little cotton balls, little bows, ribbon, of course, string. The baker's twine was in there. Okay, papers. Let's take a look. Oh, look at those. Oh, that's, oh, it's double-sided. Oh, that makes it hard. Unless you get a bunch of the same one. Looks like there's 3. So I must use that other one. And then this is the, so there's one side, there's the other side. This is the Easter box. I wish they did more of these little boxes. I just like them because everything's in one place. Look. And they look nice up on the shelf because they're in their own little box. And look at that. Oh, you know, wouldn't that be pretty on a scrapbook page? Look. You would have to adjust it. That wouldn't work. But if you could adjust it. Oh, even just that corner piece, right? Oh, that's cute, cute. What's the other side look like? Stripes. Cute. They should sometimes when I have these, sometimes, and it might be helpful for you so that I remember, I can sometimes flip it. So I would flip and stick it kind of in the middle of the other two, and that way I know later on, oh, that must be one of those. You know, and it's only good if I like the other side. So, and it's only good if you have 3. Otherwise, you would have to put 1 and 1, right? Because those two are the same. So, but see, so we got dots, but look at this side. This is probably actually the A side. So I'll just put that in there. Here's another one of the pink eggs. So it needs to go with the pink eggs. And so I got them mixed up a little bit, it looks like. So this one should probably be with these here. So I can flip that over. Now the chances of me using that are pretty slim, this side. But I'm still going to do that. Did I already have those? There it is in yellow. I know, you're not here to watch me sort. But, okay. So this is its own. Oh, I love it. I love the way they work together. Also, so these, yeah, see, these are the B side. So what I did is I had these flipped to the B side. Because I don't ever see me using this with brown spots. The chicks are cute, but the brown spots, I'm gonna stick that in there. And this is probably a backside of something too. Yep, the little chickies. The little pink chickies. So, and then we have our colored paper, and these are kind of bright. Kind of bright compared to these others, to the pattern. I mean, not bright, but kind of dark, not so pastel-y. It's probably, I'm having trouble getting these. This is a good weight, but it's not, you know, like their thickest stuff. So we have that red, that yellow, and the like green, and the, I don't know what color this would be, like a super dark teal. And then there's pink and orange. And see, I guess that red does match. So see, it matches perfect. Then we got metal dies. Wasn't this a good set? Like, I mean, think about it. Here's the little cross and the egg and all the little rabbits. There's a sheep. Do we have a stamp? There's the little sheep stamp. You can see I used the little basket. I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you this little rabbit right here. Does that look like a little mischievous look on his face? Does he just have that, I'm getting ready to get into trouble? I don't know. He does to me. This obviously did not come with the kit. That was a scrap from somewhere. And not one of these, because oh, maybe there is. There's a butterfly right there, maybe. And a little scrap to show what I did last time. Here's the bunny bunting stencil. And we have card blanks and ombre. Card blanks and envelopes. And then looky here, an embossing, embossing folder. This is why you need to check your stash, and you should always be checking your stash. I could have left this sitting up here, and I could have gone and looked through my stuff and thought, oh, I don't have very much Easter stuff, and gone and bought something, and then I've got this beautiful set here with all this stuff in it, and you know, it just is something to think about. So I am going to use this embossing folder. Seeing it, I know I'm using it. And if I'm going to use, you know, I really, really, really want to use white and do some yellow inking, but I'm not going to do that. So I think what I'm going to do is use yellow. I think I'm going to try something. It may not work. But I think I'm going to give it a try. And then if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Okay. So I need to cut this paper down to size to get it to fit. I just want to go a little bit smaller. So here, this is probably going to be right about the right size, so I maybe want to go a little bit smaller than that. Because I got extra here and extra here. Always pay attention to the extra, because that's what I'm going to use. I'm using the folder to cut it, the paper to size. So you have to pay attention when you're doing that. to extras and, you know, or what pieces might be missing or something like that. This did not say 3D embossing, right? It just says embossing, okay. So I could stick it right into my marquee. And I can get, I gotta get it lined up just right. Okay. So I'm gonna put it through. Hopefully this goes well. I hope. It's going through pretty easy. So I'm gonna, my marquee has been through a lot. It did wrinkle the paper. Yeah. It wrinkled the paper. I wonder why it did that. So I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use wrinkled paper. I never had it wrinkle up like that so bad, so I'm going to have to pay a little bit more attention to what I'm doing here. Make sure I'm getting that whole thing, because I do want the dots. I don't want to cut that folder, and I kind of started to, so yeah, you have to watch that too. You know, what's funny is there's marks where that happens, so let's see if it happens and if it's exactly the same again. There are 3 marks. There's the 4th one. So did the paper mark the embossing folder, or did the embossing folder mark the paper? This is what we need to know. Did that happen because of something in the folder? It's wrinkling up again. Well, yeah, it's going to wrinkle up again. And it wrinkled up in different places, but... So the marks are from... I do not understand why it's marking up so bad. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? I'm just going to try some different paper to see if that makes any kind of difference. And they say that you want your paper, if you don't want the wrinkle in and stuff, that you want your paper a little bit smaller. And problem is I want this frame in here, so I don't want to go that much smaller. I can take some off though. So let's see it's any better with this other paper. Let me make sure I've got the paper down good. Paper's down. That already started. Look at. Let's see what happens. No, it's crinkling it up. It crinkled it again. Oh, I honestly don't know unless I eliminate the frame. But that would have been so pretty, right? I just don't know. I just can't imagine that it's me. I've done a lot of embossing folders and never had this problem. Let me see what happens if I do it real small and just get the cross on. Maybe it has something to do with the cross and the frame. But I don't want just the cross. I want it the frame. Also, let's see what happens this way. Maybe I need to not hold that like that. Maybe that's what I need to do. No, it wrinkled it again. I can tell before it even comes through. It's not as bad. Okay, so this time I'm just going to do the cross. No frame whatsoever. Just the cross. I just can't believe what this is doing. Definitely not going to be able to do what I wanted. I was going to ink it in yellow ink to make it shine even brighter, and then maybe come in with like some gold gilding wax on the cross. But no, no matter what I do, it's doing this. Oh, what if I did thin, thin, thin paper? And see, I'm going to end up wasting a lot of paper trying to figure this out. But if I did... So this paper is not that thin. This probably... it's about the same. Well, I'm gonna try it. Anyways, maybe it's just too thick. Let's see. I'm not gonna hold it. Maybe holding it messes it up. Okay. Looks like it's wrinkling again. Not too bad, but it did. I cannot believe this. I am absolutely flabbergasted that this is even an issue. So let me do this. Let me cut this. Okay. And cut this. I just really want to try doing that with this cross. This cross seems to be crying for that to me. So that's what I want to do. I maybe just have to go with my... Try it in like something that's not so tight. So maybe my marquee's too tight for it. It takes all the other ones though. I mean, you get wavy, you expect that, but not creases. Look how that creased. So let me try. I'm just going to stick with the white and do the inking with the white and the gilding with the white, if I can find my gilding. What have I done with my gilding wax? Ah, there's some silver. There's some silver. Okay, so I'm gonna do this, and we know we don't want it to be too tight. I probably should just grab one of the other sheets that's cut to size and use that. Use this to get my paper right. Maybe it's just a marquee, I hope. I hope this works. I'm putting in my switch. My switch is not as tight. That's way too close to the edge. I want a little bit. I want to be able to trim it off nice and straight. Okay, let me get these. And I know with an embossing folder, we do different. So I think, I get rid of this adapter. And textured impressions. Okay. So I'm just going to put this and this and try that. Let me move this to the side. I ate everything. Move to the side now. So I can get it in. All right, fingers crossed. Yeah, that didn't sound like it did anything. It didn't sound like it did anything, so let's see, maybe that's all it needs. Nope, it didn't do anything. So I'm going to put this in the adapter plate. Because the adapter plate is a little bit thinner than the cutting plates. So let me just add the adapter plate and see if that does it. That sounds better. I don't know if it's doing it though. But it does sound better. And let's see. All right. Got it. So, watch your pressure. And this really, I mean, that's pretty good embossed, honestly. I'm kind of surprised. Because I thought it was going to be too low. But it did it. All of that just to get this cut. But now if you have the same problem, you'll know that too much pressure. And you were probably all screaming at me, Lori, it's too much pressure. I bet you all were. So I got silver gilding wax over here, and I think I might do yellow and then come in with the silver gilding wax. Yellow ink. Do I have a yellow ink? Oh, I know what I think. Yeah. Duet. Yellow. That's alcohol. I'll get that with alcohol. Is there a yellow? No. No, I don't use yellow a lot for some reason. Let's see. And I really want it to be right around the cross. Like a nice golden glow. Sometimes, I don't know why, but especially like with Crafter's Companion, and I'm really surprised when they have like the religious symbols. I don't know why. I'm surprised by it. But I always seem to be surprised. Like, oh, they have a cross. Oh, they have, you know, the nativity scene. And I think if you're going to be in this kind of a business, especially like card making, you really kind of have to have that. You know what I want to do? I want the whole thing yellow. But I wanted it lighter on the outside, so I'm going to go start in the middle and work my way out, so that the outside is just lightly yellow. And the darker yellow is on the inside. So it looks like the glow is coming from the cross and radiating out. Does that make sense? Now, because I'm using yellow Oh, maybe I should. No, I'm going to stick with my original idea. I was wondering about bringing blue and just coming out this way with blue. I don't know. So I'm putting my handprint on here, but I'm not putting my fingerprints on here. Well, now I just did. Hopefully it's not going to hold there. And I come back and do some more darker around the inside, closer to the cross. And just try to make it look like the glow is coming from the cross. Alright, maybe not quite what I wanted it to look like. It didn't come out the way I really wanted it to. There we go. I need to just get more going around the cross. Y'all, it is beautiful here today, finally. It's like, I don't know, earlier I looked and it was 65 degrees, and I was like, oh, and the sun is shining, and I'm just like, oh, that's so pretty. It's so pretty. And when I look over at the mountains over here, the sun's all blue. I mean, the sky's all blue, and yep. I'm gonna try to get a little bit straighter and closer to that dotted line. Okay, I think that's about it. I think I might need to trim a little bit off the top here. Is that right? I don't want to be one of those people that cuts away and cuts away and cuts away, and then before you know it, there's nothing left. I could do that. That would be really easy for me. Okay, let's add some gilding wax. This is Sizzix luster wax in the silver. Ooh, way too much. Tap some of it off. And just come in with a light finger. Can you see it? It's pretty. Oh, shoot. I got some along this side. Let me do it all the way around now then. This has to wash off with soap, just so you know. Water is not going to get it off your fingers. You got a soap. And I want to make sure, where's my paper towels over there? Okay, so now we spend all that time. Do we want to put more silver? Do we want the silver to be stronger? That's what we have to decide. I think I do. I think now that I'm looking at it, I want more silver on it. So I'm just going to build it up on there. Don't go in gobbing it because you'll regret it. I have. You know, I want it heavy on there. And then I regret it because then it's too thick. There we go. I do want to try to get as much off as possible so it's not coming off on any of my other papers. I might even try the water actually because it can't hurt. It's not going to hurt my fingers if I do it. But see, it requires soap. I used to work in a casino cage, and that's how my hand would get after handling all that money. I'd change. Oh, that change was horrible. And the sooner that comes off, the better also. I have found that it can be very hard to get off. And if you get this gel and wax stuff, so this is the Sizzix. Of course, Crafter's Companion has it. I don't know anybody else has it or not. But just so you know, yes, it's a little container, but it does last a long time because you just use such a small amount. And then I'm just gonna buff it a little bit. So this is how it looks. And when you buff it up, it gets super shiny. It's definitely noticeable. Okay. Back here I come. I'm going to grab a card blank. Okay. So now we have to decide what. Do we want to leave it this way with the white and yellow? I'm thinking, let me check something. That looks like the exact same cross. And it might cut it out. Of course, if it does, it's going to cut these out also. So maybe that's the next video. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But I do want to put another paper behind it. And so what I'm thinking is silver. And I'm thinking like a brushed silver. And I need to see what I've got for silver here. Silver glitter. This doesn't have a brush in it. No, it's silver glittered. Who used to send the brushed silver? I think that was, what do you call them? Tonic that used to send a brushed silver, but maybe this silver paper. And this paper is very thin, double-sided, but it's very thin, so it's not going to add much weight. And I think that's going to work. So I'm going to do a paper trimmer. Paper trimmer. I'm going to do this one. I don't know about that other one, you know. With the big handle thing on it, I don't know. It feels like papers and everything slip really a lot easy, and I'm just not so sure I'm that big a fan of it. So 4 inches in, I'm gonna go a little bit down to there. That might just be too much down, so I think in that paper came awful close. So 4 and by 6. And a little bit down. All right, so that goes on, and then that goes on, and we need a sentiment. He is not here, he has risen, just as he said. That's going to be our sentiment. All right, white paper. I just need a little bitty scrap. I'll cut this little scrap off. And I think I'll use the flagstone. I think the flagstone might be best to go with that silver. Turned out very nice. Make sure you can tell I'm holding it up and out of your way. Oh. go. That one wasn't really straight. So we're going to make it straight. There we go. And honestly, I'm going to use a dry glue here. Meaning a tape. How is this one? I don't know about these ones. They're different. There's like little tabs. It's really weird. But it's okay. I'm gonna see what I'm doing. Okay. Let me see. As I trim this down a little bit, make it smaller. I was thinking that I wanted this to be at the top. And then put a little sheep down at the bottom. But I don't like the way that's doing that. So if I put it at the bottom, then I will not have the sheep. But honestly, I like it. And so I guess I'm the one I have to please, and that's the way it's going to be. So here we go. I'm going to use this. See, it has these little, they're like little, almost tabs. See? Ugh. It's kind of weird. Does anybody use these on a regular basis? They stick. They do stick well. hold it up. Where you can't get no closer to right on the line than that. And then this. All right. So it actually ended up being a super simple card. Here I thought I was going to do cutie cutie until I seen the cross. And that was done. I had to do the cross. And oh, another thing I like is that the cross, I really like the cross, and the cross is the same in the die cut and the embossing folder. So, you know, sometimes you're like, oh, I really like that, and then you get it one way in a collection, and you're always wishing, like, I wish I had. This is a die. I'll leave that paper in there because I can't get it off. And I'm just going to come inside the dotted lines. Oh, now it looks a little simple, but it's still really pretty, but it's a little simple looking. But I don't know what I would do. I don't want to take away from the cross. So, now you could do embossing and then come and die cut one and put the die cut over the embossed. Maybe we'll try that tomorrow. Maybe we will. All right, everybody. I think I'm going to try that tomorrow. All right. If you like my videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and everybody have a blessed day. Bye-bye now.